It's just really like what's going on here.
I don't know. I'm not allowed to listen.
And at the same time, they're long friendships.
That's funny.
And they're long. I just passed the message on. And I don't get it. So when you go, there wasn't sort of like, like, because they were just doing it. It's so weird. So weird.
I've never heard of this lady. I don't know. I think where. Okay.
So we just.
Oh, yeah, sometimes when there's no support staff, it's the administrator, if they're not good, they're.
It's his fault. He just wasn't.
You need a mouse? Here. You gotta use food.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like.
But like, that's what just got it back.
No, let's see that. So, you know, we're talking about there, see yeah, well, we're already doing this.
Shockingly, we didn't run into all of the problems that you could expect, you know. It was,
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Kim, our editor now, was covering Arnold.
Yeah.
But Arnold.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love Debbie.
No, I love them. It's not mutual. It's Debbie. Yeah. I'm happy to step in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to connect to it. That's what you search for. It'll come up when you're, if you look for available sports, you should see VM 141.
I feel bad so much. Kim was like, "Get over there." I was like, "I love 15 voicemail."
Already getting in the official mode.
So are you doing surgery?
All right, how about yourself?
Good, good. Just trying to get things all set up so we can
Yeah.
see everybody in that.
Caitlin Mary.
It's been a long time.
I know.
We have all these Marys here, and we've got all these Bryans and Arnolds, and then we've got a bunch of
Arnold.
Yeah, they're like,
There's like 50 Bryans and Arnolds.
and then we've got a bunch of Adams, and I don't like, we call them the Adams. There's like 3 of them. But then we had Mary Sheriff, and then we had Mary Ann. And then we got Mary Ann. Mary Holden, the blessed
At
mother
the
as
leader,
well.
there are 4 Patties. Where? The leader? 4 people that work for us named Patty.
That is so cute.
One is seasoned Patty, because she's been there the longest, and our new one, we call her unsalted Patty.
There's an old Patty.
Shape Patty.
Well, we photographer Patty, she's a photographer.
Caesar Patty. I think I just. We should.
Patty does, yeah. She's been there the
I'll have the
longest.
agenda up here on the wall,
And
so
yeah,
you
our
can
new
see it
Patty,
there.
so.
Okay, I gotta go line
Season
that.
chicken, so we just got.
So I'm.
I left my laptop.
Oh. I mean, I don't really have to, so I need to cover some, but I don't really, you know, like Steve Taylor covers our do, so he deals with mental health, trying to, oh, yeah. And we get so many phone calls just at the leader trying to persuade us. I'm like, and I'm like, listen, I don't live in Jefferson County. And they're like, what? You don't? And I'm like, no, I'm not voting on this. I don't care about you vote.
Kevin said and then you hear it. They couldn't do the job. It's like, you know, it's like so handwritten. They figure that out. So he called.
You search for it, just put the password in, it should come out.
Oh, we get so many calls that we, I mean, because some of them actually do turn out, but some are like, and I normally know that those. I'm like, this is someone who heard through the grapevine, is half listening to someone else's conversation at Walmart. And
Yes,
they
we
know
do.
what's going
Yeah,
on.
it's case sensitive.
Fire pass.
Yeah, we have to ask.
Oh, yeah, that is unfelt. It was still the right time, because turns out he doesn't know like it.
No, this is my last city, I saw my in person. So, yeah, I was kind of like, it's like, sometimes she's a long now or something. During the meetings when I
Like
was.
today, I was like,
No, it should say that, yeah.
Yeah, so, next meeting is.
yeah, I know.
I haven't seen your dad, I mean, I saw him at Schnucks one time in the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah, really bad.
And he definitely didn't recognize me because I was like in sweatpants and a hoodie.
So funny.
He was like in a suit, like
Yeah.
normal, like your
Not
dad.
tonight.
think that's like, I didn't know he knew where it was.
Huh?
I guess, I don't know.
Not
He just-
tonight.
I don't remember what he
There's a
said,
mic here that'll.
but
pick
he
it up.
was like.
It's like he'll go out to the cat. I don't know. Like,
Back up.
It's really, really
More than, like, I love this information.
my sister lost the cat. While they were on vacation. My dad just like took home and cut her out of the bubble. And the cat was in the backyard. He returned. The cat was like, oh no. We're just rolling out here. Yeah, he really likes the cat.
I'm sure you're down. No pets.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They don't want it. That's what you can do with some of that. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Over. Feels good, I bet. Yeah, I feel great all the time.
I love it. See the ducks in the park? Oh, yeah. Hey, you want some ducks in the park? We could use some ducks in the park. No, you're gonna get them from Frank's Road. You'll probably bring a goose down too. My officers.
I get my blood working.
What do you call this directly?
Like it was the ground before they lost. They like
I don't know. Oh, is he coming tonight?
I don't know.
I was at my daughter's house.
I wouldn't think of it as.
I got somebody ready.
We are, full staff now. Better pay somewhere.
I mean, the pay was a little bit, but he was. Like,
We have a dump truck that goes.
like a little closer to home. You know, the money was obviously.
That wasn't me.
The
No.
sewer.
No, yeah.
That's it, bounce.
Yeah, that's not that far.
I mean, he's going 5 miles
Yeah,
an hour.
we'll
Still bounce.
control.
That's what I call
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. It's sort of like in the house. But I don't know.
Mary Bowler said in her house, she said. I said,
Yeah, exactly.
Best is Missouri, 37. She said, so.
That's the Schwer. Oh, no, that's not it. Well, it may go up because Festus from Hillsborough is 11 miles. Yeah, Hillsborough is probably about 20.
When I married her with Big White House, she moved. She sold that place.
I mean, it's there's something. I thought
Right at the top of the right road, right behind the park.
Yeah, they've been there. They've been there for a month. Matter of fact, it's got
oh goodness. I was gonna say, how's all your kids doing? How much of the pandemic have I missed one? Okay,
That's a mess.
three, that's a lot.
It's old, I mean, it's got a lot of updates, but it's just a neat place.
I'm living inside. I just. It used to be.
I know that swimming pool is a long.
Your daughter's oldest? Okay, so she can be helpful.
Should, like I said. I mean, maybe I'm a little.
Yeah.
Lifespan of 25 years.
Yes. Are you joined the Zoom meeting? No, I'm not yet. Okay. So then somebody to join the Zoom meeting and go in another room. Make sure we can hear the conversation. Okay. Okay. No way to test. That's trying to get Mary to hook up to her.
So you're right. I mean, they had a little live. Most people say, well, yeah, you pay it off.
And so I
I know
would.
when payoff. If you're 18 years and then you got, you know, the life of the panel themselves, 25.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
So then now you gotta take this patch off. Yeah.
I just. was reading insurance. Right. Like, so there might be either. You have a hazardous, the big is have to be. No trespassing and. So we got a choking hazard on one of the.
Can we go in there? Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
And a farm.
you know, you're erring on the
I know,
side
I
of
always feel like
safety,
they don't-
that's the whole thing.
Right.
I mean, sure,
Yeah.
the liabilities for them, and for the city too.
We're actually.
Ding dong.
I'm like, I will never know much of me. Right, like, no one has asked.
It should be. Okay, I'll go in there and see. Okay.
Galen, can you hear me now?
I can. I can, right there.
Yeah, we have, I do have cookies for this meeting. So where, how are we?
I'm on the end, right? Yeah. She's like, no, thanks. I don't want it.
No, I'm not. Photos that need to go to her. How did she get that?
Internet, that will be so. She's gonna sit.
What is this?
Well, she's got the taskbar here.
Mary, this is Caitlin Mary.
Hi, I'm with the leader.
I know.
Sorry for calling you so much.
Yeah, I was still working at
So
my
they're
other
gonna sit at
job.
the audience and shop.
Okay.
We're excited to have you in the city.
Especially when they're.
Kim talked very highly of you.
I like Kim. I'm glad to know she is still at the leader.
Yes, she's our editor, large in charge now.
Good.
So she's not covering anything. She's oversees everything.
I have to reach out and say word to her. I like to. Kim is fun to do. Or work with her.
I figured out if I unblurred the background, it worked better on the camera.
And Kim was.
I had it blurred, it was just freaking itself out when you blur the background like that. It's like it doesn't know where to focus.
Yeah.
If
She's
you unblur
more
it.
behind the scenes now, overseeing everything.
Yeah, we've got to.
And hopefully we'll have the same.
Yeah. We definitely.
This is your first time up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to say hi.
You are in
Thank you. Of course.
It's kind of hard. Yeah.
A little bit.
Same here.
So you know what's going on there.
No, don't.
I never got the email.
That's weird.
It hasn't come through.
Well, Galen tested,
So we're
Mary,
working off of our.
Galen tested and it's
It's
on.
okay?
Yeah.
Great.
No, I moved up here, I can see the
Oh,
agenda, so.
Because that's.
I think we got copies of that.
No, it's not.
Robin not coming? Where is she?
Ashley called. Did you get a hold of her? I did not.
She is
I
in
think
the
she's with.
police department.
We can
Don't really hear.
Alice.
Lindsay. If you're okay with
Oh, I'm
that,
fine
you
with
guys
it.
aren't squished.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. You wanna say-
No worries.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Allison.
No, Robin. I'm in for St. Charles to write it.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a new clock.
I think so. It wasn't even approved.
I know.
You've missed so much.
You leave and people go willy-nilly.
Now, what is that, a second hand on the?
My goodness, we really didn't upgrade here. There's a
Oh, it's
temperature and
It's
second
Oh,
hand.
that's the temperature?
It's like 70, it says.
Look at that, spare notes.
No.
Yeah.
That's where all of our ARPA money went.
Yeah.
You could make it a little bit.
$564,000 clock.
You want a bigger one? Well, no. Yeah, I do, but I mean. We could put one on this wall also, one on each wall.
I might have a big
No,
one.
no, you need to put it on that wall so the judge sees it. So that's what you need.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Is Allison coming or? was-
Yeah, she is on her way. Robin is on her way.
Oh, she's
We can go on and start without her.
Y'all brought me back here, now I'm gossiping and having a good old time. Should have kept me at home.
See, see how much you've missed?
I know, I missed everything. All right.
All right.
Allison, you've never been up here.
I know. I wasn't even sure where I sat.
Where does it say Bob?
Oh, no, I got one that says 9 next to that.
Oh.
Yeah, it says prosecutor on it, but that's okay.
That's- To call this board meeting for the city of Burns Mill, regular session for May 4th, 2022 to order. Would everybody please stand and follow me in the pledge of allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, everybody. Bring them on there. Now, we do have this meeting available via Zoom right now. I just see myself and Galen are the only two joined in. But in case anybody else wants to participate, they can. So, moving on to roll call. Bob Prado. Here. Mary Shedley.
Here.
Cindy Davies. Here. Glenn LaVenture, I believe, is excused. Galen Harrison. Here. And Robin Harris, I believe. Oh, look at that.
What timing?
Yeah, perfect. Good evening, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
So I was just performing roll call. So I was just going to call your name. So all you say is here. Robin Harris.
Here.
All right, thank you. Very good. Moving on to item number 2, amending and approving the agenda. Deb, is there anything we need to amend or can we approve the agenda as submitted?
We can approve as submitted.
Can we get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Bob, Mary,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
and Robin. All right, moving on to item 3, amending and approving the minutes from the April 20th, 2022 board meeting.
I did not see any incorrect.
Same here.
So if there are no additions or deletions, I'll make the motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
Bob, Mary,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
and Robin.
Aye.
All right, moving on to item 4, city warrants and financials. We're looking at May 4th, 2022. Let me see if I can find those here. So we're reviewing a total of $14,825.37. Back at the top here. Looks like our city hall electric bill went back up a little bit.
About $75.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No.
Consider we've seen a lot worse.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's being kind to us right now. The only thing is the Comdata MasterCard, and that's fuel.
Yeah, that seems like a high amount for fuel. I know gas went up, but
Crazy.
not,
SUVs.
what has it been running?
Anywhere between like 3,500 and.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
And we've also been running grants. The police department,
Been doing what?
doing grants.
Oh, okay.
So once you start using McCoy construction, I know it's a small bill, but I'm not. seeing
It
it.
changed, it's herb, what used to be herb equipment, they changed names, they got a lot out.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know that. Okay. So we bought some signs, traffic control.
Go on French Road. Sure.
And also some of that was for the capital improvement project that they did on Alderpersons now.
Where you put the portable signage up by Echo Lake.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good ad there, having that
Yeah.
portable thing to let everybody
Turn
know.
signs, we've got 2 serious crashes there.
But yeah.
There were 2 serious crashes up there in French Road, wherever we put those signs.
Oh. Well, I'll move to approve warrants in the amount of $14,825.37.
Bob?
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
Rob. All right, moving on to item number 5, recognitions and proclamations. We have item A here. Mary Holden. So, hello, Mary.
Hi, I'm glad
So-
to be here. Thank you.
Hey there, it's good to see you in person.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
definitely. So Mary's new to us. She's joining to take over as city administrator for us and sort of wade into the role with Debbie departing in maybe August of 2023.
I told you.
No, but Mary, we certainly appreciate you coming in and starting to work with us early and trying to.
Shadow her.
Yeah.
I'm her little shadow.
Good.
It's gonna be an excellent.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Be sure you vocalize any changes or improvements. And recommend.
I will be more than happy to. You may look at me and say that's crazy.
Well, we
But that's
will,
okay.
but-
I will. Thank you for that.
All right, welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, moving on to item 6, old business fireworks ordinance. Elsa, I believe you were gonna be working on this.
It's on, the agenda, it's, yeah, it's done.
So do we want to pull that up and look at it or? how do we want to address it?
I
I
do
don't
can.
think we sent the reply.
Oh, you did not? Okay.
No,
Okay.
will be.
I got it too, kind of last
Yeah.
minute, so it may be on
So
your next,
It's, yeah, it's in draft mode right now.
so I
Okay.
guess that should
We'll
work.
have it
Yeah, be
next.
tabled till
Yep.
next. but-
Yeah, it just added, the classification.
Yes, of
Yeah.
the class,
Mhm.
anything.
And
heavier
then,
than-
I added in there that we can cite the property owner or the person discharging the fireworks at the property. So, yep, it's
Very
done.
So can you get a motion to table this till next meeting?
Make a motion to table that item till next meeting. Second.
Mary,
Aye.
Cindy,
Aye.
Galen,
Aye.
and Robin. All right, moving on to new business, item 7. We have 2 items. Item A, City Hall window tinting bid proposal.
So Bob and Glenn in reviewing the new HVAC system and how warm it gets in the vestibule and in the lobby, decided to get window tinting on the outside of the vestibule. And this was the bid for that. They felt that would help with the heating and the cooling.
And how much is that for?
It's 1,600 total.
Okay,
The only other option that we didn't discuss then is the 2 windows, like the chief's office and Debbie's office up there. To do those. That was not in there.
okay.
So,
But they have blinds, right?
right,
And
they
that's
had
like-
lines and I didn't do it. Glenn wanted me to get a price to have that done also.
I think that makes sense out there because it does get relatively warm in the summertime.
And you can go 3 levels of tint, how
Okay.
they would.
So we still gonna choose what level?
Yeah, there's 3 levels, they're all same price.
Okay.
Just decide.
Okay. Frank, is there any safety concerns at all that you would have on if we had a dark tinted real dark, or would you prefer?
I wouldn't want it real dark. I would
Right.
say medium dark.
So you would have, no problem seeing out, but they just won't be able to see. So, I mean, you'll see in someone with a real dark,
I have samples.
she's got samples of the
Okay, yeah, work together on that, that'd be good. But no, that makes sense, and I think money well spent there.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it'll be less pressure on the HVAC
Right,
system.
yeah.
and
This summer, it's gonna get beams
Oh,
right in there.
yeah, it comes in,
Shines all the way
yeah, when there's board meetings, it really, it's hard.
Right.
Well, and Frank in my office also is in the afternoon.
So even though we have lines, it's still gonna help.
So are you suggesting that we do
That we
your
do the
offices
front
too?
also, yeah.
Right.
The front office
The
windows.
west facing windows.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'll go along with that if you take down the Christmas lights.
So.
this building, just like this lady did involved in the domestic. All years that that actually provides a lot of light outside the building. I actually think it looks pretty good. It's a white, you know, it's not like lights and. That's kind of a downside. There's maybe like a more permanent type thing that you look nicer, you don't see the loops in and put them up, but it definitely helps out there at nighttime, especially with, you know, people coming up that need help or looking for a safe place.
That makes sense. I just would want that to look not from about.
They've been up there for quite a few years.
They've been
haven't
up there almost 3 years.
they? Yeah, so.
They've been on now. They're on every day. Yeah, it's roughly dark to.
So just replace the string. Can you replace the string?
6 strings, so yeah, it would be.
I think it's one whole strand over here.
They do well.
Okay, well, that's.
I appreciate it.
But so the question is, so do we want to do the other windows in front, all the west facing office windows? So it'll be Frank's office, is it Jamie's office there, and then the front windows here by the the clerk's desk, and then that one. That's okay. And they put the tipping on the inside, right?
Yes.
All right. Makes sense to me. That makes.
All right, we'll get a proposal to do all the west facing windows and have that as a resolution.
Okay. How quickly can they do it too? That'd be interesting.
Week to 10 days.
Oh, good. So it's
Time
not pretty
they're
quick.
free, yeah, they can work us in.
Okay. Okay, great. The other item is we have pyrotechnics display permit request, J&M displays for Lake Monolith. Well, they learned, didn't they, from last year?
They provided all
We're
this
afraid to
information.
call them the day before.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have chasing.
Remember
Did
that.
last year?
No, we
Yeah.
had this last year, but it was.
They failed
Right.
to connect with us, and it was last minute.
Yeah.
I think at 4:45 we called them or something.
Yeah, it was like the day before the 4th.
Yeah.
So is this the only one that doesn't, no, it's all,
No, it's all the
like,
same.
it's all,
I know, it's all.
but didn't we get one from Walnut Ridge?
Well,
or-
we will get the other ones. This is just from one particular person
Oh.
wanting to do their display, I would expect. I mean, it's May 4th, you know, you've got 4 months still,
I guess we have time.
or 2 months.
So this conforms to our code, and we also have a report from our insurance company. And they had made a recommendation last year as well. So this conforms to their recommendation, how we handle this.
And J&M Displays did it last year too, didn't they, up there? That Lake Monolith, or is this a different company?
Yeah.
They're the same one, so.
What were the additional recommendations?
I think it was that we were only supposed to permit the commercial ones, wasn't it? 'Cause- And then we had to have an ordinance that like laid out the general public, which is what
Okay,
we're
what
doing. We
we-
talked
what we-
about, yeah, which just
Right.
kind of puts that moratorium, I think, from the 2nd to the 5th or something like that. It's laid out. So, yeah, that's what those recommendations were. That's why we brought it this way.
So they're not going to need any for Applewhite or for Walnut Ridge?
If it's a commercial display, they will have to get a permit, and that's actually defined in the ordinance. Prado, what was that class? It used to be like class C, and now it's like class 1.8 or something like that.
It's class B, I think. The
No,
B
no,
is
no,
they
the
changed
higher
The
level.
alpha classes have gone away, they've gone.
Oh, they've gone,
numeric.
The
Really?
numerical,
Yes.
it's in the ordinance, it says like classification 1 point
Yeah,
something
the
formerly known
ATF
as.
designated it.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was like 3.1,
It
3.2,
could have been.
something like, what, but they're real close numerically, I mean, you know, but no doubt your language will include the A and the, you know, the B and the C is what we care about.
Yeah.
So, because the B is what everybody shoots off the sea is what Lake Monterey's done.
So if you're in that classification, then you have to go through the permit process. So Echo Lake or whoever that will be should submit requests like Lake Monterey's did. So that's why it came to you this way.
But Echo never has large scale fireworks. They just have the recreational stuff you buy it with that.
Okay, yeah, so then they would.
Yeah.
I think Lake Monterey's is the only one that does.
Yeah, well, they actually float it out on a barge there on the lake and launch it from there. I guess, yeah, but I guess they could actually do it in Echo Lake, but I wouldn't want to be Frank's house.
I need a new roof anyway.
So on the smaller displays, our insurance company does not want us to issue permits.
Yeah.
And Robin, just for your perspective on this, we've looked at the dates and trying to figure out the best way to word it. So as Allison said, we've got a range in there from the 2nd of July to the 5th.
5th or 6th.
Yeah, something like that, because 4th of July happens on different days, so you can't just say the day of, or, you know, sort of, we thought it was fair that way.
And we are in Jefferson County. So.
Yeah, well, and that was a discussion.
Yes.
There's no way for Frank to actually police it. We'll never, I mean, we can have 500 cops and we still won't be able to. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching the fireworks.
Okay, so back to item B, I think we need to, a motion for approval on this.
Yes.
I'll make a motion for the permit for Lake Monterey's fireworks.
Second.
Ron? Galen?
Aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
And Bob?
Aye.
All right, very good. All right, moving on to item 8, legislation unfinished. We got one resolution here, resolution number 576-22.
And you guys did an email vote on this, and this is just to ratify it.
I'll make a motion resolution. 576-22, is that it?
Yes, correct. Bob?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Cindy? Galen?
Aye.
Rob?
Resolution 576-22, a resolution of the city of Burnsville, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to enter into and execute an agreement with Premier Heating and Cooling Inc. for the purpose of municipal complex HVAC system replacement. And I'll make a motion to approve resolution.
And this is only for the purchase and installation of the equipment. This is not for the maintenance agreement or the.
Correct.
Okay, extended warranty.
Yeah, I'd spoken to Glenn about that. Based on the pricing that he mentioned, it sounds reasonable, $10,000 for 10 years or 6,000 for 10 years, something like that. So
Mhm.
it really, but when you look at the bills that we've accumulated just for somebody to come out, maybe 2,000-3,000 at a time, really maybe worthwhile looking at. But
Yeah, well, looking at it, it looks like it'll be 11,000 for the maintenance agreement, and then what was it, almost 4,000 for the extended warranty.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about 15,000.
Yeah, so it'd be good to look at it a little closer.
Yeah, I think so. I asked them to separate that out so we can discuss it separately.
Right, Glenn had, and that's, I just put that in there so you guys can see it, so you're not voting on that. Glenn has some questions on the warranty proposal that he wants to get clarification. So he will have a report next meeting.
I wanted to thank you guys for taking care of that HVAC investigation for us, getting those bids, talking to those contractors. He's not here to thank, but you know, you were
That was
involved in that.
Galen and Bob,
Yeah, it was quite an undertaking.
Thank you guys very much.
Bob Schmidt.
Yeah.
It's gonna start Monday.
They're gonna start Monday? Good.
Wow. So I have a motion to approve resolution on the table, seconded, so.
So, roll call, Bob, Robert? Mary?
Aye.
Cindy? Galen?
Aye.
Rob? All right, then moving on to item number 9, legislation new. We have bill number 952-22. Can I get a motion for reading for the first time?
We're working on it.
I'll make a motion to read bill number 952-22.
Bob? Mary?
Aye.
Cindy? Galen?
Aye.
Rob?
Bill number 952-22, an ordinance of the city of Burns Mill, Missouri, amending Title II, Chapter 200, Section 200.020 of the Code of Ordinances relating to the chief of police appointment qualifications.
And just tell me why we're doing this.
I can tell you. So, back before Chief Frank came, we decided that it would be appropriate for the police chief to report to the city administrator, because of some of the things that were going on in the department. At this point, obviously, Frank has proven himself to be trustworthy, loyal, good at his job, honest, not excited. We like Frank. Not indicted. I believe he will stay out of prison. And so we never retire. With the new administration coming on, Debbie retiring, it just was kind of an appropriate time to separate those two out. So Frank, who used to report to Debbie, will now report directly to the board. So he's his own manager now. All right. So are you sure, Frank? Is this what you want? Speak now or forever hold your.
I'll make a motion to approve bill number 952-22.
Robin? Galen?
Aye.
Cindy? Mary?
Aye.
And Bob? Moving on, we tabled item B till next meeting. So we'll move to item C, resolution number 577-22.
I'll make a motion to read resolution 577-22. Second.
Bob? Mary?
Aye.
Cindy? Galen?
Aye.
And Rob?
Resolution 577-22, a resolution of the city of Burnsville, Missouri, appropriating additional sums of money to defray expenses and interest in the amounts budgeted. Motion to approve resolution 577-22.
Bob? Mary?
Aye.
Cindy? Galen?
Aye.
And Rob? All right, last item D, resolution number 578-22.
I'll make a motion to read resolution number 578-22.
Second.
Robin?
Aye.
Galen?
Aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
And Bob?
Resolution number 578-22, a resolution of the city of Burns Mill, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to enter into and execute an agreement with Monitor Systems for the purpose of purchase of the police department speed/message trailer with solar panel.
Frank, I believe the cost on this was substantially less than what we originally talked about.
It's probably almost 40% cheaper.
Great.
The company that I was dealing with started making some requests. So I started making some inquiries, actually made some connections with another company, and were able to find a product almost identical for quite a bit cheaper.
Great.
That's 10,000.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 578-22.
Second.
Robin?
Aye.
Gail?
Aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
And Bob?
Our other trailer is completely unserviceable.
Yeah.
So,
So what are you doing with that at this point then? What can you do? Just,
probably scrap. I mean,
Right.
it's putting new solar panels on it, when you put new batteries in it, it's just.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's a mess. It's sort of laid in pieces there.
Yeah. It was like the cheapest thing you could buy in the first place.
right.
And this one will have a, like you say, it has a message feature on it as well. So it's not just a.
Right, so if there's a special event going on, we could let people know that there's seating in, that they can come buy a hot dog.
And the last one was also
It was what?
in the flood.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it doesn't recover from that.
All right, great. Thank you, Frank. All right, moving on, item 10, administrator's report. Debbie?
The annual report for American Rescue Plan Act has been completed.
Debbie, could you speak up just a little bit,
I
please?
can.
Thank you.
Do you need me to repeat
No,
that?
I think I got that.
Okay. Capital improvement, I'm still working with Jefferson County to receive the expenditures on Franks Road. Murmur report, I have in your packet the report from Murmur. Bob was with Jeff, was it Jeff?
Jeff articles.
Yeah. And I don't know if you have anything that you want to add, any information, but I know the recycle center, we have discussed about whether to keep it open or not, and that was one of the recommendations that he made, was that we do not keep the recycle center open because of liability.
Really?
Really?
That we what, do not keep it?
That we do not. Right, so we can,
FYI,
we
I'm
can,
not paying for recycling.
it's so simple. You roll it out to
Yeah.
your curb, it's $6 every 3 months.
What liability do we incur with the recycle center?
The traffic was the biggest thing,
Traffic?
in and out of the way they were. He just was there about 15 minutes before I got back, and he just observed how they come in just at all speeds and pull up how they want, just, it's like this thing.
Well, we'll have a speed trailer soon.
And there's only one way in and out, so you can't make it circular.
Right, yeah. But I think you've done a good job with the way the traffic flows in there now compared to what it used to be.
So that was good, it just, people just don't. Go in and out in their heart.
So what sense of liability are you talking about?
Somebody get hit or have an accident, whether it be hitting the building or a dumpster. And that was Zoe. Yeah, Zoe, the employee at the time, or whoever would be there.
Well, I think they're insurance companies, and so that's their
Yeah.
job, is to make
Sure.
reports for liability. I think that, we might want to look at the whole report and then evaluate. Because I think you're gonna have to weigh the benefit of recycling, which I think is a benefit,
Mhm.
against the liability, and maybe there is a lot of liability, but maybe there's things you can do to reduce
Mhm.
that liability to continue to provide service, so.
Even widening the drive.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, you know, if we did just one thing, put a sign on the outside that says entering these premises, you do so at your own.
Yeah.
You know, your own
Yeah.
peril. If you wanna really
Your
think
own
back.
risk, yeah. Yeah,
You
there you go. Yeah, that way we're admonished from that.
And then they can't say they weren't warned.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a
Because how
big
many incidents? have we
40-ton
had?
dumpster there.
We've been doing recycling.
I know of any not like it there, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been part of the city since 2009, I think.
Yeah, I've been here since 11, and I can't think of any litigation that came out of it. And so,
Or not anybody even heard.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna scratch a car. because we're not helping them now.
So like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to putting a sign
Yeah.
there saying you're on your
Like
own.
Allison said, that's the insurance company, they're gonna try to.
Yeah.
Anything
Sure,
they
yeah.
can get out.
As long as they don't deny a claim because they recommend investigate.
redline us with it on it. No, no, so I mean, as long as they're not saying we're gonna not cover this, but they have to give us they have to say it in writing if they're not gonna do it, so. I would suggest we look over it and then decide
Yeah,
the best way to.
and another thing, and we've discussed this already, was to remove the tree trunk along Burns Mill Road. They
Yeah.
recommend that we remove it and install a guardrail.
Did they have a check?
That is our guardrail.
Yeah, do they understand how hard it would be to put a guardrail there? Because 2 foot off that road, it goes 30 foot down. It's,
And the water lines there too, right?
yeah,
Water lines right
yeah, yeah, it's really,
It's right up against the electrical.
Yeah, but it protects them.
The guardrail he was kind of iffy on, but the tree stump, he wanted that, just for liability. If somebody did it, same way. They're being liable if it would stop the car, guardrail, you know, it's.
But the reality, that tree is not gonna last very long.
No.
Anyway, I mean,
yeah, the reason it was cut down is because it was hollow.
How it is,
So,
right.
it's getting bigger.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna
but
collapse.
give it another couple of years and
It'll be
it's gonna fall over.
yeah, it could be completely gone, and we want to spend money to grind it
Or
up.
if somebody hits it, it's just gonna explode.
Yeah, well, it might slow the car down, so it won't go all the way down.
Problem solved.
Like that guy that stole the Gill's truck that ran off the road there, and he was
They got
stuck at top, he got out, and then the truck started rolling on down into the ravine, so.
And then the last thing I have, 4th of July is on a Monday this year. The board normally doesn't have the first meeting due to vacations and holidays. And that meeting would be July 6th. So if we choose not to do that, the next would be July 20th.
Yeah, I'm trying to, there it is. I'm driving blind here.
Yeah, it's gonna wash out.
Yeah, so July 4th is a Monday. Wouldn't our first board meeting be the 6th, right?
Yes.
And you're saying not to have the 6th?
I don't understand why we want.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be normal just to have one on the 6th.
FYI, I won't be here on the 6th, but I will be in Alabama. I'll be
Bob?
thinking of you.
Well, we have it on
He's-
Zoom, so you can be here.
I will not. He's at a conference, so he's gonna. Yeah, we won't be here. I mean.
You're not allowed to.
I did make a motion, so does someone want to second it, or?
I don't know. I'll say aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Gail?
I'm saying
Yeah. Okay, very good. Get the 6th off.
Thank you.
From a board meeting.
So you're going to come in for this.
The 20th will be your holidays.
Yes. No, we will.
You're gonna be right there.
Okay, Debbie, did that complete your report?
It did.
Okay. Oh, I did want to ask one thing, Deb, on the population remapping zoning for the wards. Any progress on that? I know you've been doing a lot with Mary.
No progress.
Can you send me the information you have on it? You said there was some type of website that they directed you to.
There is a website.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to look at that.
Okay.
Maybe
I
can
will
talk
send
to you
that and
look
we'll
at it.
start on that.
We can sort of, I don't think it should take too much to do that. What we have to do with population shift just a little bit, you have to allocate the population to the right wards. So it might be a shift of one street going one way or the other. So, or old ward maps up there, so it's just,
It's based on the new census.
yes, yeah. Yeah, every
Will
10
it
years.
increase the number of wards or just?
No, it's just, we're just shifting where the ward line is, and so,
You need to make a population.
yeah, sort of swag. It doesn't have to be 100% on, but it's gotta be within what, 10 or 15. It's, you can't do it just, down to the number, because
Right.
Yeah.
And somebody may have a kid and then, oh God. But they're not.
Completely throw us off.
So
And
what's
we're
the-
also
What's the deadline
working
on that?
on the new budget. So we'll have-
What,
do you want to do a workshop on that?
what I'd like to do is get when you get the final numbers for, is it April? That we're at, when you get final numbers, let me run through and create the shell of the budget with the new proposed budgetary numbers. We can collect some wish lists from Frank and Bob of things they want. And then we
have
can,
those.
and then we can have the workshop. I think that'd be the appropriate time rather than, because we'd have to have 2 meetings. You want a new tablet?
Those are empty.
Frank has been
Or-
sending
oh, you
me
want the pen, that's
requests
what he's
for
saying.
a year
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I have their requests already. And I believe
I've created them.
financials.
They are 99%. I want to check them tomorrow
Okay,
and make sure any random things
Okay.
out there.
well, let me know when they're done.
It don't matter.
I'll do the.
I'll send you a copy.
I'll set the basis up, we'll import their stuff, and then we can have a workshop to establish that at the next board meeting.
Sounds good.
We have several issues for workshop. So we've got the mini houses, small houses.
No.
We talked about something else that we were gonna do a workshop on, so, and I can't remember. Just a minute.
Dave, Taylor?
Dumpsters, the dumpsters.
Dump cars.
Dumpsters and mini.
Tiny houses.
The dumpsters and the pods.
The pods.
Yeah. Was that gonna be a workshop for planning and zoning first, or was that gonna be for just a general workshop for anybody who wanted to come up?
Can I?
Yeah.
I would strongly recommend you make planning board, the planning commission.
Yeah.
Vet that
I would
completely
think so, yeah.
and then bring
Yeah,
it
we shouldn't
forward.
be coming up with.
Forgo all 3 tiny homes, dumpsters and pods.
Because people can live in any one of the 3.
Yeah, we want to
Here.
prevent that.
So P and Z currently is still reviewing the sign ordinance
Okay.
and lot splits.
Okay. I don't think we've seen a rash of issues with the pods and the dumpsters yet, but it's.
Not so much the pods, but basically, the roll-off dumpsters.
Yes.
There's about 2 or 3 of them are in the city right now, different places.
Yeah.
One of them's in a trailer park.
Yeah, they're doing a cleanup down there, aren't they, in Burnsville Farms or something? I saw.
Are the dumpsters active? I mean, with an active building permit?
You can just call.
That's
American Eagle.
the issues that we're running into.
Yeah, because in the past, we've had it sit in front of the home for years, not in front of, on the side of the home towards the back for years, I could see it.
But that was a situation where somebody owned the dumpster.
They own
and
the
dropped it off
dumpster,
there,
and
yeah.
it's kinda like-
Most people don't own a dumpster that they can have off, I'll call American Eagle and they'll drop it, but, they say, we gotta pick it up in 2 weeks or we're gonna charge you for it, so it sort of gives me the impetus to fill it up and call till you call it off, so yeah, I don't want to sit around going either. But Dave, I think it's still, it's certainly worth talking about. It's some formalized on. Okay.
Debbie, is there a deadline on the board map?
It needs to be done, the ward map or the
Yeah,
redistricting?
redistricting the board.
Not till next,
Well, no,
I think
it
it
needs to be done in the year since we can do the election. That's what-
Okay.
I mean,
But even by the end of the year, it needs to be by December, really, or by November, really.
Yeah, yes.
Submit it.
Yeah.
So probably the quicker we can run through it, do it, that off we are. All right, moving on to department head reports. Bob?
We had 9 residents probably spring cleanup,
Mhm.
got
Nice.
half dumpster stuff. We have nice, we usually have. Next thing, I don't know if you're interested in striping this year roads again. They're already trying to get lined up to the paint shortage, they're trying to get all their paints. I'm just being told what they tell me, I don't know how,
And how much does it cost if we restriped all the roads?
this year it's went up, it's $25,000.
And could we use capital improvement for that?
think that's what we usually get now. Sure, we do striping for capital.
I think,
As long as it's the whole city,
yes,
they won't just do a
sure,
section.
yeah. From an aesthetics purpose, I think it looks good having it striped up. That's Frank, what is your perspective on it from the safety perspective, having the road striped, restriped, or is it?
They seem to look all right for me now. Are we having a problem?
They just get washed out.
By the end of the summer, they're probably gonna get well used up. They'll be doing like a late August, September timeframe. So it'll be good for fall.
And that's something we can put on our capital improvement projects for next year.
Very well, I think we should go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
get
I'd
all
go
those
ahead and
and then
engage with
I
it.
do, they gave me a quote, but I'll get a form to deal with it.
Try to get earlier in the year, in November, try to do
Yeah,
it.
so we don't run into that like we did last year. Yeah. The other thing is the insurance report that they gave. Our building has got above the office, they would like to have that barricaded off in case somebody would walk off it. Nobody would fall off of it.
Oh, the storage area.
We store stuff up there in their face. Somebody's up there.
Oh, it's a maintenance shed.
Yeah, maintenance. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
What do they want the railing constructed of?
4x4s and 2x4s. And then we'll have like a renewable section where we can put stuff up instead of, and a staircase they would like build instead of.
Staircase,
the
too.
ladder that we're using now. And the tree trunk we talked about.
Can I go back to that for a
Oh,
second?
sure.
How much stuff do we put up there?
Quite a few things up there. We use for storage from up here
Okay,
and some of our stuff
I didn't know if we get up there very much or not.
on and off throughout the year. We put our heaters up there, our finishers up there.
So the stairs are probably tall.
Right.
Get up there.
The playground, we were down there, there's one piece of equipment that we need to adjust. The railing was bent out or not installed properly, so we're working on getting that straightened up, and that's our only violation down there. That was report.
What about the steering wheel thing?
That's part of it.
That's part of
a
it.
part of it. Yeah, it just needs to be one rail straightened back up.
Yeah.
He didn't know if it was installed or if it got finished, but it was a pretty easy fix. Loosen bolts, straighten back up.
Good news, so.
Our pig down there, they would like 4 signs on it, no climbing. There's a fence around it now. They want signs on the fence.
Another insurance.
I this is just stuff I know, don't shoot the messenger. We read it.
There's a fence.
How big is the sign?
Let
They
it
just little bitty signs, they just don't want nobody to climb up over the fence and they climb on the pig and fall off.
Well, and if they do, they've been warned.
How far are
That
they
that
gonna?
would be the.
They wouldn't go out. They wouldn't go out.
Right. That was it.
It wouldn't have to be a bright yellow sign or something.
No, just a little bitty, no
Just a
climbing.
little. And could you put it on the railing?
Yeah, on the railing on the
Yeah.
sides of that.
So you wouldn't have to actually attach it to the pig itself.
I know, we can put a saddle.
The other-
More temptation.
Yeah, they call it an attractive nuisance.
Yeah.
Put a saddle on it before.
The other thing is the cables on there between.
Hold on, hold on.
Sorry.
Well, oh my gosh, it's so not important. Where did the pig lie? Okay.
Oh, no.
That's
This is
what
a-
they-
this is a lot.
So sorry. I live in Crestwood and I'm always just like, a pig, what is that? I don't.
It was from,
Susan had the pig. And then
Susan Gibson, the previous mayor.
Okay.
She somehow.
She did, we moved it there,
They
like,
got it, yeah,
Yeah.
donate it.
and then it like, the cops moved it.
So it's like a pig removal on the table?
No,
I mean, you wouldn't climb it if it's not there.
it's like the water tower in Arnold, it just lives there.
This looks good float away. Get a position right for the next flood.
As long as Susan's still with us, we gotta leave that thing here. She would be so mad
She
at us.
would be
Yeah,
crushed.
she- So the pig lives there forever.
Now, we on the board for painting the pig. We could paint it a more pig color, you know. Yeah.
Oh, and they had a contest to name the pig,
Yes.
even, I mean, just all that kind of stuff.
What's its name?
I don't.
Bernie.
Oh, Bernie.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it was, it was.
Then we had, there's a quote down there, look, poem somebody made, on the sign.
Gosh, I touched on a precious.
I know,
Robin, you asked the obvious questions, so you have no.
you're right up to date then.
Thank you, I get it now.
You'll never ask another
I
question.
will not.
For a little bit longer. Anything else?
The last thing, the two grand, like entryways to the park down there, there's like a chain or a cable across it. They would either like them removed or a white piece of pipe so they're visible, so they might trip over them in the dark.
The chain's laying in the dirt there.
The one side,
Yeah, it's got an ability to hang something off.
the next gate up has got a chain that's across.
They noted that.
So why don't we just take them
Yeah,
down?
take the chains off. Yeah, what,
I think,
they were part of the original mill.
Yeah.
They were, and that's why, because when we redid the post down there, or 6-8 years ago, we put a chain across it. I got a chain put on it. We put it in muriatic acid to rust it to make it look like it was old. And, you know, just to bring it, look like the other, because the other
Well,
section.
they had the eyelets for a chain
Yes.
in the post, so
Well, yeah.
they just,
When we rebuilt the post, we found eyelets and we stuck them in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're gonna do this the way it was. So,
yeah.
if they like a piece of white PVC pipe there, no, they don't
No.
get that.
Take the chains down, just don't take the thing away.
You got that, Robin?
Robin.
Don't take.
If you stick around long enough, you make it. So,
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Frank, over to you.
Can't
He
follow
can't
the
top
thing,
it.
so- On their own time, they went to birthday parties and special events for these kids in the past year and made huge impact on the children's lives. President Mayor was there when eventually that the national director of that actually came in town.
Well, we do,
I have it, I can,
I can pull it up on the website.
uh,
Maybe, did you get it posted?
I was trying to find. Sorry, but I have it. Like I have it, but I can. do it with this.
Yeah, well, let's do it at the next meeting, post it out there and we can play it, but it was a very moving event. It was really something to, the magnitude of people at the event out at the casino was.
300 uniform officers standing ovation.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that was really, yeah. And seeing the children, the two boys, how they look at Cody and Steve, it's like, these guys are making all the impression on them, just being.
Kids were there?
Yeah, the kids were there, so there's really, I don't know, have a few minutes, I'd really like to explain it. The grandmother has custody of the two boys, her grandchildren, or grandson, she's raising them. She started a program, it's called Bentley's Law. And if a convicted drunk driver killed a parent of a child 18 or under, that drunk driver will be responsible for child support payments. That law, within the last year, her and a state rep have basically been moving forward with that. There's 20 states now that have accepted this Bentley's Law. And they're expecting quite a few more states that it all started here in this town. It's getting national attention. Something good come out of a pretty sad story. Anyway, working on
I'm gonna try to get the video. I've got it on here. I just need to get it on there. So. Give me a minute. Keep on.
Corporal Office Assistant went to the Special Olympics and their track meet last week in St. Clair out in Franklin County. He helped with a lot of different events, actually ran with some of the kids in uniform. It was pretty funny. And he was able to get a lot of these athletes that were awarded, so it means a lot to these kids. You know, we're involved with the Special Olympics here or this coming Saturday. We're doing a car show. This will be the second annual car show. It'll be over at Springfield Church. We already have over 30 cars. We're figuring to get 40 to 50 cars. This car show this year. There will be hot dogs, chips, and snacks available. And this, several Special Olympic athletes will be there. They actually get to pick out the car of their choice. We have a trophy for them. I just got back a couple hours ago from 3 days of being at the Missouri Police Chiefs Association conference in Lake of the Ozarks. And I know you're here Lake of the Ozarks for 3 days a week of training was no fun. I was invited to attend the annual recognition events for Teen Challenge. It was sponsored by several area churches. It's a program that provides counseling to teens with drug addiction. This helped hundreds of teenage men and women in the area overcome addiction and dependency. We're just notified that our department was awarded a grant from the Jefferson Foundation. And that grant will provide AEDs and all the patrol cars and equip each officer with tourniquet and a duty belt tourniquet holster. That grant is worth over $8,000. Send the paperwork in later this week. Right now, I'm working with several companies to determine which in-car camera system and new body cameras I'm going to be purchasing with grants that I have. And we are interviewing officers from the audit.
Got the video here.
You want to light them?
We try to get this larger.
Hi, I'm Bentley. I'm gonna be a police officer when I grow up. My name's Alan Cody.
Both want to be officers when you get older?
Hi, Cody and Steve.
Congratulations.
And at that point in time, 300 police officers stood up and applauded. It was very, very moving.
Got some outstanding officers.
Yes, we sure do. And it really shows. See events like that and the difference they can make for people. It's great.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Let's see, moving on to, I believe, mayor's report, or the commission reports. Do we have anything submitted? That's from,
We did not.
okay. So the mayor's report, once again, I'd just like to welcome Mary, her old city administrator, as well as Robin Harris, their newest board member. So thank you for accepting the position, and we look forward to you participating with us this next 2 years. Initially, what we're going to be doing on board meetings coming up, the first meeting of the month will be in person up here, and then the second meeting, what we're going to have in 2 weeks, will be on Zoom. So we'll sort of wade into this and see how it works. Frank and I have been talking to the surveillance camera people. They're looking to replace the surveillance system up here. We're looking to get a couple cameras in here too for for court purposes for surveillance, but being able to attach to those cameras for the Zoom meetings, so I don't have to have a laptop there with a camera and a camera here.
Yeah.
It may work a little bit better, a little bit challenged right now technically, but at least we're able to do it in this fashion. And so from the perspective of even having in-person board meetings, having a Zoom, so if somebody like, Glenn needed to join, could remote. So that's at least my plan going forward. So we'll see how this goes in the next few months. Maybe we'll start meeting here all the time. So that's all I have for now. So again, thank you, Frank, and your officers and everything. I appreciate you having me out there for the awards.
The patch. What is that?
This is our autism patch. So the autism spectrum is kind of signified by puzzle pieces. So we, involved with autistic children who are a big part of Special Olympics. So we developed an autism patch to wear on one shoulder and to show we support these kids. And actually, we sell these patches for $10 each, and we've raised almost $2,000 for Special Olympics.
And Frank, you said you're one of the few departments in the state that actually
We're
wear.
one of the 2 departments in the country that actually wear an autism patch. Several have made them, but they make them money making. Things. We want to make money for Special Olympics with it, but I want the public to see that we actually put our money where our mouth, our money is around. So different.
Frank, can I ask a question about the car show? Where do the people who are going to participate, I mean, like, I've been to a car show, like you go there and look, right? At cars, is that what you do? Okay, so the people who are going to see it, where, are they still in the same part? Is there room in that parking lot for all of them?
There's some room in the parking lot, but the child care center
Okay,
allows the church to use that parking lot on the weekends, so the overflow traffic
Okay.
or overflow parking can go up there.
Because the child care is allowed to use the church for activities and stuff, because they got a big lawn.
okay.
So it's a,
Yeah, last year, we ended up a lot more cars than we thought, and it's really kind of dependent on the weather. If we have a great day of weather, we'll have all kinds of cars showing up, and I don't know if we're gonna have room for them, so. It's pretty neat, it's a great cause, and we got a lot of variety from last year. It turned out really well.
This year too. Should be interesting.
Hope so.
What time does that start?
11.
That's from 11 to 4, I think, yeah.
You said there's gonna be refreshments, is that gonna be?
Yeah, company B is providing hot dogs, I'll be hot dogs, some chips and some drinks. He's gonna take care of the sales on that, and any money made on that will be donated to Special Olympics also. Last year, I think we said we raised all over $1,000 for Special Olympics.
Okay, then moving on, last item here, public forum. Do we have any questions from the public? In attendance here? All right, great, well, thank you.
Glad to be back.
And I don't believe we have a need for a closed session, so we will move on to adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Alan? Galen?
Aye.
Cindy? Mary?
Aye.
And Bob?
Aye.
And thank you all for attending again. Appreciate it.
I know, an hour, we could like, I'm gonna give you.
Yeah,